Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Making Gains. In this video, I'm going to talk about my recent trip to Santorini, Greece. I went in August of this year, 2022, and I just wanted to come on here, share my experiences, as well as like some top things to do. So let's get right into it. So first things first, Santorini absolutely looks exactly like it does if you were to Google Santorini, Greece. It is just breathtaking. Let's get right into some of the top things that I recommend that you do while you're in Santorini. Now, before we get started on that, Santorini is an island. It's very small, and so it's really easy to do, and I'd say 1 or 2 days, to be quite honest with you. So to take that in consideration, you don't need, in my opinion, you just don't need more than 2 days in Santorini, Greece. So with that being said, we did not come on a cruise. We came to Santorini on a 10-day vacation. We went there, we went to Mykonos, and we went to Athens, and I'll share those two in a later video. But right now I want to talk about Santorini. So when we got there, first off, we got an Airbnb, which I will link the Airbnb that we went to in the description. So another thing I'm going to mention is that you do probably want to get, if you're not doing a cruise, if you're not going there on like a cruise destination, I would say you would need a car because it's like broken up of where the faces are. Since it's an island, it's very drivable, and I would say parking is pretty easy. We didn't have any issues with parking, so I would definitely recommend that you get a car. It's usually like, I think what we paid was a total of $70 for 3 days, so it's pretty inexpensive. You can also get a little moped, or they have buggies or something like that. They have several different options that you could do if you didn't want to do a car, but that's, to me, is the easiest way to get around. All right, so let's get right into the top things to do. So one of the things that I would recommend that you do there is obviously go to the famous place in Ia, where you see all the beautiful houses stacked up on the island, and of course the beautiful blue rooftops, which is what everybody has to see when they go to Santorini. So that is what I want to first recommend, is take a picture in front of the iconic blue top castles or whatever they are. I think they're churches actually, but make sure you take a picture in front of those. That is the iconic symbol of Greece, well, especially Santorini. And I will say this too. So when I first looked up Google and I looked up Santorini, I was blown away. I was like, oh my God, those blue rooftops. That's what I have to see when I go there. It's the blue rooftops, the blue rooftop. That's what I have to see. And I thought there was gonna be like blue rooftop things everywhere, right? There's not. All right, the second thing that I recommend you do is visit the Caldera. That is in Ia, which is like where the main town is. That's where the blue rooftops are, but it's the main town where it'll have like all the restaurants, all the shopping, and the infamous Caldera. Now, the Caldera is basically just like a strip that you go down, you walk around, and basically it overlooks the ocean, or not the ocean, but the sea. And it is just, I can't even put into words how beautiful the Caldera is. It literally maybe takes like an hour, but it's just you walking down the strip, and it just overlooks the beautiful waters, and it's just breathtaking to kind of look at. You could just look at this view all day as the sun is shining on the water, and it's just so scenic. It really is one of those pictures that you'll always have in your mind. Like, it's beautiful. Definitely do the Caldera, walk the Caldera. It takes about an hour. You could take so many beautiful photos. That was one of my favorite things to do in Santorini, was do that. So make sure you do that. All right, the third thing that I recommend you do, that is actually also in Ia, it's like everything's in Ia, but the third thing that I recommend that you do is watch the sunset in Ia. So they actually have a specific place that everybody comes to. So you need to get there. You literally need to secure your spot an hour in advance. to be able to see the sunset, because it gets packed, okay? It does get packed, and you have to be in a position where you can get the best possible photo, because everyone and their mom is taking a photo, okay? So you have to get a good spot, but you have to watch the sunset while you're in Ia. And like I said, there's a particular place in Ia where you go, and you'll know about it because everyone will just start gathering there, but you have to walk down, and it's like a little circle spot. And yeah, anyways, that's the place where you want to go for the sunset. And also what's really cool was when we were watching the sunset. When we were watching the sunset, a guy came, he started playing music and stuff like that, and it was just beautiful. Again, like, it was just beautiful. It was breathtaking to see the sunset come up over the water. And so that's a must do, is to see the sunset in Santorini, Greece. All right, so the fourth thing that I recommend that you do while you're in Santorini, Greece is go to the beaches there. We went to 2 beaches. One was called the black sand beach, another one was a red sand beach. And they literally were red and black. So the red sand beach, you must wear some tennis shoes or water shoes or something. I wore sandals, and that was a big mistake because you are walking down to get to the beach. You have to walk down all these rocks, and it could be slippery and you might fall, and that won't be good. So make sure you wear like water shoes or tennis shoes or something to get you down to the beach, because it's a hike to get down to the beach. It's not like you can't just get out of your car and go straight to the beach and walk there. No, you have to go up some rocks, go down some rocks, and that part going down is very steep. So, but once you get down there, it really is red. Like behind you, the mountain or the rock is red, and that was really pretty. The actual water itself has a lot of stones, I would say. It's not sand, okay? It's not sand, but it's stones. And the water was pretty clear, so definitely do that. And the black sand beach, again, it was black sand. Like, it was black. It was, again, really pretty. The mountains were in the back, very scenic. People were at the beach. The water was nice. Yeah, you have to go to the beaches. It's not like any other beach that you would see. It's not just regular sand. So make sure you visit the beaches. The last thing that I recommend that you do while you're in Santorini is go to a winery. So Santorini is known for, having really, really good wine, and we went to, in my opinion, I mean, I don't have anything else to judge it off of, but based on the reviews that we did, it was supposed to be the best place for a very scenic experience while you're drinking your wine, and that is called Santo Wines. So we went to Santo Wines, and it was just amazing. The presentation, they give you like 5 different types of wines in one setting. They give you some olives, some cheese, and some type of like tomato paste dip, and some cookies, and like these little pretzel things, I guess. I don't even know, crackers. And then you're overlooking water, and it's like all the way at the top. So it's a nice view. It has like a little rooftop type of feel, kind of, but not really, because it's not a rooftop, but it's above the water. And then they also take you, if you want, on like a tour of how they make the wine and things like that. So Santo Wines was amazing. The wine was amazing. The scenery was amazing. And the delicious little, foods that they serve with the wine was amazing. They even have like a cute little store that you can purchase some items in, like some tomatoes, their homemade tomato paste stuff that they make. Just make sure you visit a winery. If it's not Santo Wines, make sure you do a winery tour, because it was awesome. All right, guys, that wraps up my video on some top things to do while you're in Santorini. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that when you go, you do some of the things that I recommended. It's, again, a very short trip. Like I said, you can literally do that kind of stuff in 1 day, 2 days tops. You don't need a lot of time there. But it is absolutely beautiful. I just want to exaggerate that because it is so true. Like, I could stay on the Caldera all day. I'm telling you, it was the most beautiful thing I think I've ever seen. So with that being said, go to Santorini.